You've got mail.
Hello, babes. I think we need to talk. I think we need a break.
How would you react if your partner told you they wanted a break?
Starting a relationship, there are basics to starting a relationship. It's not something you just dive into. And when you now find yourself at this particular position now, it takes grace. When someone or your partner walks up to you and tell you, I want a break, without a reason, there have to be a reason for everything.
Practical experience. I once had such an experience, and I was angry because you can't tell me. It's obvious that somebody else is in your life. You can't tell me to take a break from nothing. You're not having any issues. You're not having any challenges, and you say you want to break. That means somebody is knocking at the door.
To me, that is a red flag. To me, that is the beginning of the end point of the relationship. Because I see no reason why you should just walk up for no just reason that you need a break.
I will react negatively to it, in the sense that if your partner comes to you and tell you, okay, he or she wants a break, then know that he or she is actually tired of the relationship and want to move on. Just that he or she cannot just summon the courage to tell you that I think this relationship is over. So
Relationship is almost heading, but the relationship has full end. So start packing your bag.
For everything in life, there's always a reason for it. Nothing just happened by chance. So there have to be a reason. There must be something, maybe something you are not doing right, something more he or she wants, and the likes. So
most of the time what they do is they bring in the excuse of, okay, let's go for a break, maybe for a month or stuff like that. Apart from that, there should be no reason why you should go on a break while in a relationship. Relationship, you are meant to build each other. You understand? So anybody telling you I want to go for a break, then say that the relationship is not healthy for the person, or the person is tired and wants to leave. Alright?
So it's just like that. There must be a reason for everything. But at every time, at all time, the first thing is try to get your calmness. Try to get your cool.
Does everyone partake in heartbreaks?
A verse from the popular song, Last, now everybody go chop breakfast. And I'll just tell you from a point of knowing that it is a truth. It's a beautiful truth from the pit of hell, that it's everyone that would partake in heartbreak. Last, no be everybody go chop breakfast.
I will not say everyone, because some people are so lucky that their first partner will happen to be their life partner, and some people, they will face many heartbreak, dating one or two before getting to their final bus stop. Let me put it down. So I will say no, not everyone that partake in heartbreak.
Even though there are stages, of heartbreak, I won't go into them, but I don't think everyone should partake in heartbreak.
Because we still know, and we can take example from people that are upstanding in a ministry in Christendom that did not partake in this breakfasting, and we know of people that are still standing that did not partake of this thing. So we can't say last everybody will chop breakfast. So not everybody will partake in this heartbreak thing.
And there are some hearts that you can't even break. There are some people that don't take it to heart. So when you leave, they say goodbye without feeling remorse.
Is the first breakup the most painful?
No breakup is fun actually. Either first, second, or last.
See, I will not say no, neither will I say yes. It depends on how well you have invested in the relationship.
You can be going out with somebody for the fun of it. Yes, and if tomorrow the person comes up saying, not doing okay or whatever, good riddance to bad rubbish.
First heartbreak is the most painful to the others. it might not be. And let me use myself as an example. Somebody, should I say somebody served me breakfast, so I served somebody breakfast. I don't know how to put it, but before the breakup comes, before the breakfast was served, I was already perceiving the aroma from the kitchen. So I had already brushed my teeth and I was waiting for the breakfast. And when it landed, I ate it and drank coffee, and I was not moved.
So it is the first real heartbreak, like where you know you truly love the person. You know, love is a two-sided thing. It's not a one-way thing. If I love the person and the person comes up to say, I know that was possible, I'm going to feel that way. But if the reverse were to be the case, then who wants to break up?
You know, some people first heartbreak maybe happens in a relationship of just, let's say, a month or 2 months, so no much commitment yet. Do you understand? No much commitment yet. All right, so if that kind of person should get involved in a relationship whereby he or she has to commit himself full time, let's say for 6 months or a year or more than, you understand, it's clear that in such scenario, if there's anything like heartbreak that period, that will be very, very painful compared to the previous ones.
The weight of each breakup would be determined by the time and energy, let me say the time we have put into it. That would determine the height or how heavy is going to hit. You understand? You don't expect someone that's just like getting into a relationship, maybe a relationship of 2-3 months, to hit deep or hit badly like a relationship of 2-3 years. And you don't expect the one of 2-3 years to hit badly like the one of 4-5 years.
The first heartbreak is not necessarily the most painful heartbreak. Depends if it is the one you are most committed or you have invested your time, energy, finances, resources, and the rest of them.
Having a backup in case the relationship doesn't work out.
As a Christian, I say no. Because me, I don't believe in the policy of don't put your eggs in one basket when it comes to relationship. Because a relationship is supposed to be a one man, one woman thing.
That is, it is a plain no. There's nothing like a backup when it comes to relationship.
It means you're already cheating even before you started something proper.
It's not a probability game. It is between you and one person.
It's not the right thing. I mean, a relationship is meant for the both of you to build each other, study each other, and know where there is flaws and see how you can help your partner to grow. You understand? So if you are having a breakup, if you're having a backup rather, it doesn't make sense. That means, okay, you already position your mind that, okay, this relationship will fail, and once it fails, I'll fall back to my backup. You know, stuff like that. It doesn't make sense. As long as the
thing, it does not. See, I believe in. I will put my eggs in one basket. If it got broken, the eggs scatter. Even if the basket pieces, I will buy another basket and start buying other eggs inside. So I don't.
Since you are sure of what you're getting into, you are giving it a benefit of doubt and you are trusting God that it works out. So there's nothing like a backup in a Christian relationship.
I believe there should be a backup. That is like cheating or double dating.
Do people date just to pass time?
Yes. People date someone to pass time.
Yeah, people date just to pass time. Unbelievers, people that are, okay, let me just use the word unbeliever because it's not an ideal way of Christian relationship.
Yes, people do that, but in a circular word. People do that in a circular word, not in a Christian relationship.
Yes, people date just to pass time. What does a 13-year-old have to do with the relationship if it's not to pass time? Or what does a 16, 17, 18, as the case may be, have to do with, in a relationship if it's not to pass time? You are still in school. Your parents spend for you. Why do you need a man? Why do you need a man? So yes.
But it's not advisable as a Christian. Don't hurt people's emotions. If you don't want to be with someone, don't bring yourself out. You take yourself all out and make the person to fall in love with you and at the end of the day, when you are done, you move out like nothing happened. You won't be heartbroken because you came in with the purpose of, with the motive of not staying long, just to pass away. And maybe some guys, maybe your wife is pregnant, or you just change environment, and you feel like being in someone else's arm for that period. Yeah, people do.
Now, you hear people say, I've heard people say something like fling. I've heard people say something like, they just want to pass time. In fact, I recently had someone say, I wasn't happy with my relationship, so I wanted to like find happiness elsewhere. So people do these things. Yes, people do these things, but that does not mean it is right. The fact that people do it doesn't make it right.
I've had a friend of mine back then in school. Some of these ladies, they will say, okay, I'm with this guy because he's more close to me, or okay, he's the one that happens to be around me now, so let me just use him and while away my time. Let me just use it and pass time. There are cases like that.
Can following church rules avoid heartbreak?
A question. Let me first state the protocol I know of. Okay, if you are going into any relationship, you have to carry the man of God along. So all those kind of steps. Now, there is a level at which this will help you.
No, not at all. Because there are many wolves in sheep clothing. There are many people that are in church, but they are not in Christ. Even some that claim to be in Christ. My brother, my sister, they will serve you thick breakfast. When you eat, they will still give you water to drink on it.
No.
Okay, I don't think following church rules and protocol can avoid heartbreak. What will happen is what is meant to be. What if I follow the church rules and follow the protocol, and at the end of the day, the brother comes up to say, maybe my mother said, my father said that you don't get married, because it happens in this present day.
Don't forget here, relationship has to deal with two different persons. So if you follow the rules as a Christian, the both of you follow the rule as a Christian, doesn't stop heartbreak happening. It might still happen. Yeah.
You have to first pray about it, be sure about what you're getting into, then carry the man of God along. That would serve as a guidance to the both of you so that you won't fall into sin and all that. Now, this to a reasonable extent would help you. Now, if you had really done that, then you'll be sure that this person is who God has prepared for me, who God has ordained for me. So it has, that alone has helped you to avoid heartbreak.
Do fake love exist?
There are fake love everywhere.
Fake love really exists everywhere on the streets. Well, there's nothing like fake love. Once it's not love, it's not love. There's no two-way about it.
Yes, there's fake love outside Christian relationship. There's fake love. At times, if in fact in Christendom self, at times we tend to take infatuation and other things for love as in what love is. So you see people because you like someone, because I just like the way this sister sings, I just like the way this brother leads prayer, I just like the way this person, because of that you start creating some kind of emotions in your head and you feel, okay, I love this person, when truly that is not it. So
some people mistake lust for love. Maybe that is what they term as fake love. When two people deceive each other into a relationship, and then at the end of the day they found out that this person's heart was not really, their hearts were not really together. People tend to call it fake love, but the love that I know, it does not have fake and it does not have original.
The guys who are avoiding fake love, the number one thing is take it to God in prayer. That's the number one thing.
To avoid fake love, you have to be real. Okay, don't give your partner a wrong impression of you. You have to let your partner see you for who you are. So in such case, your partner do not need to fake anything or whatever, or as long as he knows this is you, this is how you are, this is the kind of person you are.
Keep being real. That's the most materialistic guideline. Just keep being real. If you spot someone or something that is fake, avoid it. Keep being real, and then you attract people that are real.
And when you are praying, try to be precise. Don't let your emotions lead. Like someone will say, the first man that walked through the door. Meanwhile, you are told the brother to come visit you that day. Like you have already you worked that out.
Study the person that is talking to you. Pay attention to all the lines of what he or she has to say.
When you are taking this kind of decision, you have to let God lead.
Experimenting in Christian relationship.
Christian, there's nothing experimental in a relationship, because the moment you start experimenting, you start getting ideas.
Why experimenting in a relationship when you can actually go in with your full mind and hoping for it to work? If you put your hand in anything as a Christian, you should expect it to work. So experimenting a relationship is like you planting a seed and not expecting it to germinate.
Getting ideas, you fall into temptation. So there's nothing like experimenting in a Christendom. Like once you pray about it, you have direction from God about it. You have a leadway. And it's not just about the both of you. It is about God bringing the both of you together.
Do people break up with your partner if they got a life-changing job in another city?
No. Okay, actually, I wouldn't speak for myself. Let me now speak generally. Some people do though, but it's not the right thing to do.
Is someone, the syndrome that is going on now, the Japa syndrome that is going on now. So someone wants to move abroad and the partner is not coming along, and before you know it, distance make them grow apart and all that. So it happens, yes.
If you're with someone, prior before getting this your life-changing job, and you're already building with the person, there is no reason why you should let the person go because you got a job. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I think this is where you should prove your love to the person.
Yes, someone like, okay, the lady is earning more at a further location and the guy cannot bring himself to relocating to that side. All this happens because I think it's lack of communication that make all these things happen.
You get, so if you get a good job and a great job, that is when to be more serious in your relationship. Okay,
especially at this age and time, it takes grace, maximum grace. So you see a brother or a sister, give as it may, would want to like enjoy life in quotes outside while the person is in a Christian relationship. So these things happens, yes.
Well, this is where compatibility comes in. If you are not compatible, you are not compatible. If you are compatible, you are compatible. It's not about church rules. It's not about the no sex rule. You shouldn't even do it. It's meant to be for married couples, even people that are married. You can stay in your house 1 month and then nothing. So I think it's compatibility. If the two of you, if there's a bond between the two of you, then it's fine. If there's no bond, whether sex or no sex, or church rules or no church rules, it will not work.
What you need to do is continue counseling. Don't wait until people start bringing themselves for marriage counseling and all that. It should be something that is preached on the altar, like frequently. Maybe, I don't know, maybe during young people's service and all that. Try to put this thing into it. One thing we do is we shy away from these things. Meanwhile, our Christians, our young people, our young adults, they are already facing these things. They are asking questions, and if they don't get the right answer where they should, like in the church, they tend to get what they tend to go with whatever they get from outside. But it is now back to the local church to help talk about this thing often and often, like over and over again. Let it be. Don't be shy. As in, nowadays we are always shy of talking about these things in church. Meanwhile, it shouldn't be.
What's the guide to dealing with baggages?
As simple as it is, it's not always easy. But when you are entering a new relationship, let the past be in the past. Leave everything behind you and go there as a new and fresh person, so you'll be able to enjoy love. Love is sweet.
Okay, I think when you are going into a relationship, you need to know what you are going for. It's not for child's play. Your ex or your partner, whatever he or she did, is behind. So for you choosing to move forward, you need to drop every other thing. You know, everything that, whatever character, whatever thing that you know existed between you and your former partner, you need to drop it and start on a clean sheet. Because if you do not, the same thing that happened in your past relationship is going to repeat itself.
If you ask me, I would say you need a mentor, a Christian guidance. Okay, somebody who already dwell in what you want to go into, you know, and you have seen it in the person that, okay, this person is actually doing well. But note that what works for him or her might not really work for you, but at least it will help you to some extent. Okay, just have a mentor that could guide you in your relationship life.
What's the worst Christian breakup line?
I want to hear God. What God is saying concerning this relationship is not clear to me, so I want to pray. I still want to pray about this relationship.
I'm sorry, I've repented. So I need to go closer to God. I don't want any form of distraction.
Okay, I think you are distracting me from my heavenly race. I just need some space. Let me focus more on the things that pleases the Lord. When you hear a man or a woman say this to his partner, sorry, it's gone.
The spirit is not in line again. Like, this is not who I used to know. Okay, God is showing me another direction. I'm sorry, you're very good, but I don't think I'm the best for you. I don't know if you heard that before.
Guy, if you are done, tell the person you are done. Sure, I want to hear God. You did not hear God and you started. Yeah.
Between a man and a woman, who would deal with breakup better?
Like I said earlier, it also depends on who is involved. Because some guys, they can't deal with heartbreak. More especially when they love someone with all their hearts and the person ended up betraying them. They tend to fall sick. Some even go as far as getting admitted in the hospital. While some girls, in fact, it depends on who is involved. Some people take their own life just because they were served breakfast. So I'll say both parties. It depends on who is involved and the heart you are dealing with.
Well, it's not really about gender based in this case. I think somebody who deals with the breakup better should be a person who is less committed or whose love is not really that high while in the relationship. You know, if I am in a relationship with a girl, I love the girl more than she loves me. You will discover that once we break up, she, you know, in the best position to deal with the breakup better. Like, she will find it very easy to move on compared to me that, you know, love her the more. I'll find it a little bit harder to move on. You understand? So it's not really about gender here. It's about who loves the other the most.
Good moment with someone you don't love or bad moment with someone you love?
To have good memories with someone I do not love is even better for me. Yes, because, you know, I don't have anything to lose. It's all win. But with someone I love, that means I'm going to carry my cups one day, all in the name of love.
I would rather share good moments with someone I don't love. Yes, I'd rather.
Good moments with someone you don't love. That moment is automatically not good. But if you're having a bad moment with someone you love, you can easily pave through. Both of you can pass through the bad moment together, and before you know it.
Question is very germane because quite a number of relationships that are supposed to have ended long time ago extended into marriage, and when they get into marriage, it becomes abusive marriage and all that. On the norms, you should share a good memory with the person you love. Forget about you not loving someone and you're building. Which kind of memory do you want to have with someone you don't love? It will end in premium tears. That's just the truth. Whatever you're building with someone you don't love will end in premium tears. That's the reason you will say, I just like to be around him. This is the person I love, but this one I just enjoy his vibes. It will end in premium tears because at the long run you tend to lose the boat on both sides. You tend to lose on all fronts.
Should heartbreak lead to revengeful art?
No, okay, it's quite childish. I know not everybody can actually deal with heartbreak, all right, but you should not plan a revenge attack because somebody break up with you. Come on, you have to learn how to move on.
What I understand is when you are trying to revenge, you will end up hurting yourself the more. So the best thing to do is to forgive. Don't go for revenge.
I don't think it's necessary. Personally, I do not think it's necessary. Let bygones be bygones. Move ahead, forge ahead. You leave whoever, leave he or leave she in the hands of God, and start on the clean sheet.
Once there's heartbreak, just drop everything, leave it in the past, and move on to the future. That is just it. Leave whatever it is in the past and move on to the future. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. All this okay, I have to get back at the next guy coming. What if the next guy coming is the person God has ordained for you, and you are busy revenging based on what the last person did to you? So you lost that person again because you're trying to revenge, because you're trying to pay him back for what someone did to you. So it is not supposed to be. Or you're now like chasing the other person, trying to look for the other person's downfall. No, it shouldn't be. Once there's a breakup, pick a piece of yourself and move on. Simple.
What's the best way to handling growing apart?
For me, the best way to handle growing apart, is to get another distraction. Someone once told me that if you are struggling with an addiction, look for a subtle or a more subtle addiction, then you interchange it with it.
I think first, as far as I'm concerned, you should have to take anything that have to concern your partner, maybe pictures, videos, whatever, at that particular moment. Take them away from where you can easily sight them. Okay, get yourself involved in things that will make you think less. If you are a type that like to study, that period should be that particular time you should focus more in studying and try to forget about what has happened here. Okay, so, and if you are the type that works, I think you should have to create more time for the job you are doing to avoid thinking about the opposite gender. Now, these things I'm saying are not just easy, all right? It's something you have to be intentional about. You have to be focused in doing it to make sure that it doesn't give space for you to start thinking about any other things. All right.